So today we are talking about American myths that I don't believe anymore after living in Mexico. And some of these are ingrained in us as Americans from the day we're born and through high school and into adult life. And it's just ridiculous.
Nonsense. It's propaganda and it's stupid because if you ever leave the country, you know these American myths do not hold up whatsoever.
Yeah.
So let's check these out.
Yeah.
All right, today we're going to look into a bunch of American myths that anybody who has lived outside of America knows is just insanity anymore. But we see this every day online. You see like these political pundits saying America is the best country to live in, the freest country. Everybody wants to live here. This is all nonsense propaganda, and I really suggest if you believe this stuff, you try to broaden your horizons a little bit even.
Yeah, and we are going to get into some of these American myths that we don't believe it anymore, especially after living in places like Mexico.
Yeah, because it's way better outside of the U.S. So let's look at these myths and talk about them a little bit.
Let's do it.
Yep. All right.
So, a major American myth that I no longer personally believe is that if you're not constantly busy, you're failing.
Yeah, we watch all this shit on American TV where, like, you got to get up in the morning, you got to get the kids to school, you got to go to work, you got to pick up the kids, you got to go to soccer practice, you got to cook dinner, and blah, blah, blah. And the whole American way of thought is you've got to be busy 24/7 or you're not going to keep up with your neighbors, right?
Yeah, slowing down is not laziness, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, we take life extremely slow. We get up when we want, which is early.
Yeah.
We do what we want. We work when we can. We work how long we want. Like, you are burning yourself ragged
Both ends.
on both ends of the candle. You are burning because that's the only thing you know. And if people see you sitting around for 2 or 3 days, you're gonna be called lazy,
Yeah.
right? When all you want is like a mental health break or some time to relax. But in
Yeah.
America, that is frowned upon.
Yeah, it's because your net worth defines you
Yep.
in the United States.
Yeah, so if you're running yourself ragged, just know that's just an American thing. That it
Yeah.
exists nowhere else.
No.
And kind of on that note, another American myth that we don't believe anymore, especially, is more is better.
Yeah.
Like,
Success in the United States often means like owning more stuff, cars, clothes,
boats.
square footage.
Yeah, I have to have a bigger house than my neighbors. We got to build an addition.
Yeah.
Everything is more.
Yeah.
It is never enough. The Americans have to put themselves so far in debt to keep accumulating and accumulating. And I'll tell you, I did fall into this trap like in my 30s. I
Yeah.
had multiple houses, multiple cars, scooters, motorcycles, everything. And I was fucking miserable.
Yeah. Here in Mexico, less equals more freedom.
Yeah, I mean, we own a carry-on suitcase and every single thing we own in the whole world fits on it.
Yeah.
And when we're done here, we'll pick up and we'll go somewhere else.
Yep.
Being minimal is the way to go. Having all that nonsense and just keep wanting more and more and more and more.
Yeah, and the more you have, the more responsibilities you have. You have a car, you gotta get oil changes. Even filling your gas tank is a pain in the ass. Come on.
You have,
Like,
yeah. And you're working so hard for all this nonsense you don't need, but
or probably even really want.
right, and that's just an American thing. Like every other country, people are just happy spending time with friends, family, hanging out. Nobody's working 80 hours to buy another car that they don't need.
Yeah, people aren't stressing about how much money you make.
Right. And on that note, you also need the shiniest, newest thing. That's just a myth in America that people need to be happy. Like, oh, my 32-inch TV is obsolete. I got to buy this 50-inch TV, even though the other one works beautifully. Or
Yeah.
I need this new iPhone. Remember when we lived
Yeah.
in the States before we left? Everybody had the newest iPhone every time it came
Yeah,
out.
it doesn't make sense.
And
to
we're
me.
living on burner phones because we're
Yeah.
saving to leave the country.
Yeah, and everything here in Mexico, even if it does break, they fix it.
If your shoe, the sole of your shoe comes off, I have a cobbler literally a very short walk away that will totally repair it.
Yeah.
Same with your phone, same with jewelry, same with a
Yep.
watch. There's a watch repair guy right here.
Yeah.
You don't need the newest, shiniest thing to be happy. Like,
Yeah,
that is
it's just gonna put you in debt and keep you in the United States further. And if you want to stay in the United States, great. But
that's just a myth that is particular to the United States. Nobody else is running around trying to trade in a perfectly good phone for a brand new one just because it's the newest one.
yeah,
That's how they keep you in debt, and that's how they keep you where you are working 80 hours a week.
yeah, not cool. So, on that same note, another American myth that I no longer believe is owning things means you've made it.
Yeah, if you are struggling on a lower paying job and you have a roommate in an apartment and you take the bus and blah 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 blah, like, people will look down on you for
They
that
will,
in
yeah,
America.
they're classist,
They're
yeah.
classist 100%. So the guy that is in debt for the entire life because he has boats and cars and houses and everything, that's who's made it. That's who people look up to, is this guy that
Yeah,
is.
and it's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah. So, like I say, here we don't own anything. We literally own the clothes that we can carry on a plane with us.
Yeah, and unlike America, or I guess I should say the United States, people define success differently. Success is more about your personal happiness, your family's happiness, your friends' happiness, and not money.
Yeah, you don't, like, we hate owning all these things, and when you come down here and you say, like, oh, this guy doesn't have a car or this or that, but they're happy. They spend the days with their family. They don't have to ship their kids off to daycare and school 14 hours a day.
Yeah, who cares if they have holes in their shoes? They're
Right.
spending time with their family and they're enjoying life.
If you think being in debt and paying off shit and having a garage full of cars is making it,
Yeah, closet full of shoes.
yeah, try going somewhere else and living for a little bit. I think you'll really see that this myth is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. So another American myth that I don't believe is Americans are the most family-oriented people. And we are taught that as Americans.
We are taught that, and that is the most ridiculous nonsense I've ever heard. Like,
yeah,
Americans are not family oriented at all,
No.
especially when you compare them to Hispanic families or Latino families.
And it's not even about family size, because even if you have a big family in America, or the United States, I should say, compared to in Mexico, it's a totally different dynamic.
It really is. Americans are not the most family oriented people. Down south of the border, you will not believe how families stick together down here.
Yeah, they help with childcare. They help in, like, any kind of situation that arises. Your family is there for you.
Yeah, and we have a family that lives down the street. Every Sunday, the whole family gets together. They line up tables in the streets. There must be 30 of them. They sit out, have a good time.
Just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, so if you think America's family oriented, you might want to try some other countries. I think you'll be surprised that that myth is kind of ridiculous.
If you're seeing your family only on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, then you're not family oriented.
No. All right. Another myth that we run into when we're living in the United States is that everybody outside of the United States speaks English, because this is some kind of they should. Like, this is this universal business language that everybody needs to speak to get along, and nobody gives a shit about English.
No.
Nobody. Like, business in Mexico is done in Spanish. Business in Germany is done in German.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about English. I mean,
yeah, and it's also stupid because as Americans, we are taught that English is like the primary language for the world, and you don't even need to learn another language.
Yeah, that's the problem. Americans very rarely have another language, whereas every other country in the world speaks multiple languages.
Starting in like grade school.
And English is not one of them.
Sometimes it is, but not always. Yeah.
All right, so this myth is another big one for me, because I fell into this pretty deep when I was living in the States, is owning a car is freedom.
It's the opposite of freedom for me.
It is the complete opposite of freedom. Since 2012, we've never had a car. Or 2011, we haven't had a car.
Correct.
That was the last time we had a car. All that's doing, the payments are weighing you down. The insurance payments are weighing you down. The repairs are weighing you down.
Flat tire, you get in a car accident, you're screwed.
Spending your birthday in the DMV to get your plates is weighing you down.
Oh my God.
There is no freedom associated with the car.
You know what is freedom? Walkable cities.
Yep.
You can have local markets, public transit. it's just ridiculous car ownership.
We haven't had a car in forever, and we have traveled all over Mexico. That is freedom. Picking up and leaving when you want, where you want, is freedom. Not dumping $1,000 into a car every fucking month that is going to break down on you in the next month. Your car is holding you back from enjoying freedom. It's not the other way around.
And not having a car is a healthier lifestyle, definitely fewer headaches, and it's a lot less financial strain as well.
And what do you need a car for? Like, we've got Uber, we've got public transportation. You can rent a car if you're going somewhere far away. I mean, this monthly expense from your car is holding you back from enjoying your life. Guaranteed.
Yep.
Guaranteed. All right.
So the final, and for me, one of the biggest American myths I no longer believe is that America is the land of the free.
I don't even know why they promoted this when we were kids. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. If anybody has ever left America for even a week, there is no difference in the freedom Americans have that anybody else has. I'm free to do within the law whatever I want here in Mexico. And you say America's the land of the free, and that's not the case. Like, how about like jaywalk, or don't pay your property taxes, or fish without a license, or hunt without a license? You know, there is nothing you can do to say that you are free. It doesn't, like, it's such a
even your neighbors can complain about the color of your grass that you're
or your
growing.
mulch that you're putting down if you're in an HOA. Like, there is no more freedom in America than anybody has anywhere else, except for like North Korea and Russia. So congrats, America, you're not North Korea. Like, that is like the most freedom you have that you can say is you're not North Korea yet. You're getting there, but you're not there yet. But America's the land of the free is a joke. You have no more freedoms than anybody else. And you want to talk about you're free to own a gun? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody wants to own a gun down anywhere else but America. You know what I mean? If you want to be free to own your gun, please, God, please stay in America. But you have no more freedoms in America than anybody else has anywhere else. And it's a joke if you think so. Yep.
So guys, those were some American myths that I don't believe anymore, especially after living in Mexico, and you probably wouldn't either if you ever got out of the United States.
Right, and if you can think of some more myths to cover, we would love to read them in the comments. And if you disagree, I would love to hear why, because we have covered these fairly thoroughly living both in the United States and in different countries, and we're not falling for it.
We're not falling for it. But if you like content like this, please like and subscribe, because it really does help our channel, and we are always interested to know what our followers have to say.
Yep.
Until next time.
Like